بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما تعلمنا وزدنا بفضلك علما وتعليما إنك على كل شيء قدير. One of the great waliyat, the people, great women who were close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the relative of the great wali of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Muhammad ibn al-Munkadir, the great muhaddith and faqih, was Mulayka, bint al-Munkadir. And Ayyub al-Sakhtiyani and Malik ibn Dinar of the great Zahid Deen, of the great ascetics and people who were really dedicated to the akhirah of the early Muslims of the Tabi'een, they came across her on Mataf. She was at the Tawaf, and they heard her prayer that she was making. So she said, "O Allah, I have come to you from a distant valley, hoping for your generosity. Give to me in a way that will relieve me of needing anyone else's generosity." So it's a really important dua, is because there was always a deficiency in our iman when we can't translate and transfer all other relationships to our relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? So there's Allah and then there's your cat. There's Allah and then your husband. There's Allah and your wife. There's Allah and your kids. Every single thing, including your cat, including your phone, every single thing, you have to give up on it and despair of it and turn it into your relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So you're not relying emotionally on anything other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He is your one God. This is Tawheed. So they asked around, they said, that one of them, Ayyub Sakhtiyani, he knew where she lived, so they tried to go and try and find her. Malik ibn Dinar and Ayyub Sakhtiyani. And they found her and they greeted her and they said, "Admonish us, give us some advice. May Allah show you mercy." And so she said rather bluntly, "What am I supposed to say? I complain to Allah of my poor heart and of the intense love that I feel towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. These have caused me so much grief that I can hardly worship my Lord. Please go away from me because I feel that I'm about to fold up my book of deeds, i.e. and die." So Ayub said, "Well, why don't you get married, right? You obviously, maybe you can kind of divide this love or divide this problem that you have with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with your husband, right? Why don't you get married? Wouldn't that help you with your predicament?" So then Mulayka responded, "Even if I married the likes of Ayyub al-Sakhtiyani," she didn't know that they were the people talking to her. Says, "Even if I married the likes of Ayyub al-Sakhtiyani or Malik ibn Dinar, I wouldn't want to marry, right? I wouldn't really care anyway, right?" So Malik ibn Dinar was there, the two of them were there, and Ayyub al-Sakhtiyani said, "I am Malik ibn Dinar, and this is Ayyub al-Sakhtiyani," right? So then she was shocked, because in her mind, she had heard of Malik ibn Dinar, that's why she mentioned them. She had heard of Ayyub al-Sakhtiyani, these great awliya, these things. She said, "Fi on you, what's your problem?" Uff, right? Uff is like, what's your problem? "I had thought that the likes of you were too busy with the remembrance of Allah to go around talking to women." And what did she do? She just turned away from them and started to pray. Subhanallah. So these are the kind of women that built this ummah, right? Dedicated to their relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? Sallallahu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam.